Hey everyone, today I wanted to show you this. Yep, that's my recreation of the jump from Elden Ring, but for Dark Souls 3. I'll explain more details about it and my plans for it, but first I'm going to show you a bit of platforming and the like you could do with this jump in ordinary DS3 levels. Skip to the timestamp on screen if you wish to hear the details immediately.
Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
So, there are a few parts to how this works. Normally, animations in Dark Souls have predefined motion that the game only scales up or scales down depending on particular modifiers, such as a character's distance from its lock-on target. The only place where this really differs is falling, which overrides your motion in place of the game's gravity system, which doesn't allow any horizontal motion and instead accelerates you straight down. The falling animation doesn't even have any defined root motion, as it's unnecessary since the gravity system will override it. In Sekiro, they implemented a proper vertical jump mechanic. This in no way could work properly with their previous game's one-dimensional freefall motion, or with predefined animation motion. So with the jump, they used their existing Havok's physics software along with a new param for tuning how jumping and falling worked. The player could now jump at various velocities and slightly control their angle and velocity during the fall, which would all be affected by the parameters of fall param. The player could also move between animations like mid-air kicks and swings without interrupting the momentum of the fall. So how did I implement this in Dark Souls 3? It was quite simple. All I did was put a hook in the code right before the game calculated a character's new position based on their current motion and the things it could collide with. Basically, when this hook is hit, my code overrides the motion of the character. It overrides them with my own saved override variables for that particular character. Upon leaving the ground by falling or executing a jump, these override variables would be set to your current motion plus a certain vertical amount if you are jumping. This vertical motion was adjusted to look as similar as possible to Elden Ring's jump by going frame by frame in a video editor. After you leave the ground, the override motion would be reduced by a defined gravity amount, which is also based off my observations in Elden Ring. As for the jumping animations, someone was nice enough to retarget Sekiro's jumping animations for me, as they looked far better for vertical jumping than DS3's quote-unquote jump animation. So that's basically how it works, but here's a few things I want to improve with it. First, I want to recreate as closely as possible a bunch of the jumping light and heavy attacks from Elden Ring, with as close as possible frame data and attack attributes. To do this, I simply need to use existing animations to make new cropped animations that look good transitioning from a jump, and also have the attacks use the new motion system. Second, I'd like to make the initial jump motion judged by your input direction and level, so if you move the controller thumbstick left while jumping out of an attack animation, you'll jump to the left instead of directly up. Luckily, I'm getting close to being able to do that due to recent breakthroughs my friend Hoodie has made with my assistance. Third, I'd like to, just like in Elden Ring and Sekiro, make certain jump attacks add motion in the direction they are attacking in. Fourth, I'd like to use the animation blending system available in Dark Souls 3 to make something more accurate to Elden Ring's style instead of Sekiro's one. This would mean basically your arms would actually be positioned where you normally hold them, so for example a greatsword would still be held on your shoulder. To give you an example of something that already does this, take a look at how the rolling animation returns you to your proper holding pose in a clean way. From the looks of it, Elden Ring likely does this the same way with jumping. Additionally, I'd give the jump different animations for the 8 different jump directions, just like Elden Ring will have, and like Dark Souls 3 already has for its rolling animations. This jump, along with other Elden Ring implementations, will be organized into my sort of own Rat Lab mod, so we could experiment with Elden Ring combat features early. This way, even though the network test is already over, we can still experiment with these features and suggest how they could be improved before the game even comes out. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. Subscribe if you've enjoyed, and subscribe to my Patreon if you like. All my patrons get their own little end screen at the end of my videos like this one. Other than that, thanks for watching everybody.